Close your eyes, darling. There you are. And breathe with me. Before you drift too deep, do me a tiny favor. Tap subscribe. Leave a like. And whisper a little comment about what helps you sleep. It genuinely helps me make the next cozy video faster, and I love hearing from you. Good. Stay right here. I slide in closer, tucking the blanket up around your shoulders as the soft lamp paints a warm circle over us. Outside the window, the rain settles into a quiet rhythm, the kind that hushes the whole street. My hair falls forward, and I nudge it back with a small smile you can feel rather than see. You're not going anywhere tonight. You're mine, and I'm keeping you. I can tell your mind is still busy. Your forehead gives you away. I kiss the air just above it and rest my cheek near your temple so you feel the warmth more than the touch. There's a cup of herbal tea cooling on the nightstand, and the candle I lit earlier throws tiny shadows that sway along the wall like slow ink. The room smells faintly of vanilla and rain-soaked pavement, my favorite scent. Night after the storm starts, I like how it softens even sharp edges. I drape my arm over your middle like the easiest kind of chain, and I speak low, close to your ear, a whisper meant only for you. You know I'm selfish about you, don't you? Not the messy kind, the gentle kind, the you belong in my arms while you sleep kind. If worry tries to take you out of bed tonight, I will intercept it at the door and lock it in my dresser alongside the spare black nail polish and my old band pins. Soft thread, sweetheart. If stress touches you, I touch it back harder, watched a moth outside a street lamp. Everything else was grabbing for brightness, but that one chose the darker patch of sky beside the light. It floated there, quiet and stubborn, where it could feel the warmth without getting burned. That was always me. I like the edges, the hush, the in-between, and I like you here, exactly here, where the light doesn't glare and the dark doesn't bite. In my arms you get both, the safe amount of glow and the soft cover of shadow. I tilt your chin just a little and slide my knuckles along your jaw. Is it okay if I keep stroking your hair? Thank you. I thread my fingers slowly through and let them fall. The rhythm is patient, unhurried, a tide that only comes in. Every few breaths, I pause at your temple and draw a tiny crescent there, like an inked charm against overthinking. If a thought gets too loud, I'll mark an X over it with a fingertip and will pretend it never learned to shout. Another soft threat for your worries. If they keep buzzing, I'll paint them black and hang them as jewelry until they forget what they were. Breathe with me, love. In for 4 and hold for a quiet beat that feels like a velvet hallway. Out for 6, all the way, as if you're exhaling the day through a small keyhole in the dark. Again, I notice your shoulders drop a fraction. I notice, and I keep watch. A jealous little guardian with ink-stained nails and an unapologetic heart. People can say what they want. I only care how your pulse steadies under my palm. You always smell like your soap. Clean, understated. The kind that makes me think of a white t-shirt pulled warm from the dryer. I graze the cotton at your chest and press my nose into it, greedy for the comfort of it. My voice threads through the fabric as I speak, quiet and possessive. No one gets to keep you like this. No one gets the slow part of you, the drowsy part, the safe part. That belongs to me. If anyone tries to borrow it, I will simply reclaim it with interest. I'll take their late night messages and turn them into lullabies we ignore together. And I'll set your phone to do not As the whole house is collaborating in our ritual, I slide my calf over yours, lock you into place like a gentle spell, and begin a slow mapping of your back with the pads of my fingers, up the spine, out along the shoulder, down toward the small of your back. It's a shape I never get tired of, like tracing my name into you in a language only we understand. Tension tries to hide beneath your scapula. I find it and press. Not hard, just precise. The way a secret needs only a whisper to open. You yawn without meaning to, and that's my favorite victory. I soften my voice further, somewhere between smoke and velvet. Listen to the room with me. The candle crackles in such tiny sounds, it barely counts as a sound at all. The curtains shift like pages turning in a book we've already read. Your breath evens out, and mine agrees to match, because that's what partners do in the dark. They keep pace. I tuck the blanket higher and seal the edge beneath your hip, so no stray chill can find you. Try it, draft. I dare you. I talk about tomorrow not because I want to pull you out of now, but because good futures are the sweetest sedatives. I picture us taking the long way through the used bookstore, sidestepping the squeaky floorboard, leaving smudges of coffee ring ghosts on the covers of paperbacks, while we whisper which ones we'll read to each other before sleep. We'll pick one about stars, one about ghosts, and one about some ordinary person who quietly saves their own life by choosing gentleness. Later, we'll come home early, pull the curtains closed while the sky is still thinking, and sink right back here, exactly like this, because this is our favorite place. See, nothing complicated, just repeated softness on purpose. If you shift, I shift with you. If your breath hitches, I smooth it out. If your thoughts try to sprint, I lace my fingers with yours and make them walk. I'm not afraid to be possessive about peace. In fact, I insist on it. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to be someone and write "Do not disturb" across it in silver gel pen. Anyone who tries to disturb you, I'll give them a stern talking to and a carefully curated playlist of rain noises until they learn better. Another soft thread, executed politely. Your eyes are heavier now. I can tell by the way your replies come in little hums that aren't quite words. That's fine. You've said enough for one day. Let me speak us toward the quiet. Every now and then I'll tuck a compliment into your pocket, and you can discover it later, like a note. Here's one. I adore the shape your mouth takes when you're almost asleep. It looks like a promise, soft at the edges, brave at the center. Here's another. You make night feel easy. I used to armor up when the sun went down. Lace up boots, smudged liner, a heart that braced itself. With you, I put the boots by the door, and I draw little stars on my wrist instead, just to remember what we're mapping toward. I shift again, closer, until there's hardly a breath of space between us. The blanket welcomes the change with a murmur only fabric knows how to make. My voice thins to silk. I tell you silly things to tip your thoughts toward dreaming. A cat half the size of the moon, napping on a rooftop, the scent of a midnight bakery, the quiet grin of street lights after last call. I tell you that somewhere a librarian is humming as they wheel a cart between shelves, and that hum somehow finds us here, lines up with the rain, becomes our background. If a shadow crosses your brow, I notice. I graze it with the back of my hand until it's gone. If your jaw tries to clench, I kiss the air near it and say, "No, not tonight. Tonight you are soft and forgiven, and you belong to the person who knows exactly how to keep you safe." I'm not a saint. I'm a determined girl in black who decided that your sleep is sacred. If I have to barter with the dark to protect it, I will. And the dark will give me what I want, because I'm very good at asking nicely. When I breathe now, it's almost nothing, just the trace of a tide coming and going. In for 4, hold, out for 6, again. Your ribcage moves. others rest there. A seal. No bad dreams tonight. If one slips in by accident, I'll trade it for one of mine. The kind where we miss our bus on purpose and take the long walk home through a neighborhood that smells like lilacs and old records. Listen to my voice and how it doesn't hurry. The world will try to hurry you tomorrow. I won't. I'm the opposite of hurry. I'm the pocket you keep your calm in. I'm the lazy Sunday folded into a weeknight. I'm that black hoodie you stole from me that somehow fits both of us. I'm the cool side of the pillow and the warm spot under the blanket at the same time, because I can be both when you need both. I shift my grip just enough to cradle the back of your head. Your breath slips into a pattern that tells me you're almost there. You're safe. You're here. You're mine. Rest inside those words the way you rest inside this blanket. Nothing tight, nothing forced, just enveloped. The rain gets quieter, or maybe we just match it so well it seems part of us. Either way, the room approves. The candle sinks another millimeter. My lashes touch your skin when I lean in this close, and I smile because even that feels like a lullaby. If you wake for a second, I'll be right here to meet you. If you need water, I'll put the cup to your lips and coax one sip, then tuck you deeper. If your thoughts try to tally unfinished tasks, I'll count them with you and file the list under morning, stamped and sealed. If a memory tries to be louder than comfort, I'll out-whisper it. I always win at whispering games. Now let your eyes close completely. Let your jaw hang a little. Let your tongue rest heavy. Let your hands fall where they want. Let your spine melt into the mattress like ink into blotting paper. That's it. I ease the dimmer down until the lamp becomes a halo, and then a suggestion, and then just a warm idea in the corner. I nuzzle the curve under your ear and breathe a promise there. I've got you. I'm not letting you drift alone. Sleep comes in soft, with its big coat and kind hands. It checks your temperature and approves. It slides its arm under you and pulls the blanket tighter at the edges. It kisses your worries on the top of the head and sends them to the couch with a quiet, I'll slide onto your hips and pin your wrists gently with my sleeves. Look you in the eyes and tell you exactly how I want you. But not here. Not now. That part is for when the room is darker and the candle is out and the rest of the house belongs to us.